All right, Mr. Wagner here for the third and final type of paragraph you could do. My personal favorite title is Convenience Timing. Ooh, shiny. So this paragraph talks about how when things are so chaotic in the world, Islam joining it became something that gave hope and a sense of purpose and a sense of safety to people that thought that the world was a mess. Um, so you have to say something like that. People want to feel safe, protected, government cares about them, purpose, respect, and how there's fighting. You can mention the previous document we mentioned in the last video, which was document uh, D, where they D or E, one of the two. D. We talked about at the bottom of that document that we were just looking at in video number 2 from today, that the Persians and Byzantines were fighting. So the Christians and the Persians are fighting. So it's something different and unique, and that might give people hope, and they join. For A, you want to say something like how it's safe, offers safety, freedom, opportunity. A good source to cite. There's a pact you can mention, that's in document, I believe, E. If I'm looking at document E, there's a pact. These are all parts of the Quran that you could use as like a support. And it talks about there's a strong central leader called an imam or caliph. You will be defended. There's going to be laws in court. So these are all things that people don't have if they're living near fighting between two other groups. If you use this document, this is really good. And there's a group of people called the hymns. And in this document, you have to answer the questions to understand this document first. And in this document, it's kind of propaganda because it's written by a Muslim in 850 CE and showing how nice the Muslims are. But, I mean, it helps you argue your point. Who cares, right? And basically in this section, the Muslims' army is like, all right, well, we're about to go to war, and they're coming. They'll be here by the end of the day. We'll be fighting, but you're welcome to leave. We understand. But then if you stay with us, basically we'll give you candy, but you'll be taken care of. So the people love the Muslim rule so much that they decide to fight with them. So that's kind of discussed in here. You don't put a quote that big usually in an essay or paragraph, though. It'd be a bit much. So that is something you could use for document F, and it's probably the stronger of the two to help you here. Then you cite, and then you explain how the fighting nearby, remember to make sure to mention the Persians and the Byzantines, might make people nervous and create fear. And Islam offered all kinds of things: safety, freedom, opportunity, with quotes from the Quran or the article, document E, document F. These sound like silly things or like lame, but it's like having one ruler that has lots of power and will look out for you. And then there's this piece of this book that tells that he has to do this. It can be a big deal to people who live in the middle of nowhere and have just been ruled by one or ruled by another their entire lives. Document F is somewhat of a biased because it's kind of like propaganda, but there's this group called the Hymns, and Muslims risk their lives to fight for them and then offer them all kinds of things and say, but you know what, you guys can go. And then the Hymns decide to stay and fight with them and are thankful for that. So This one might be a little tough for you, but it's something to consider because it's, if you like propaganda and the use of like making people believe that they should stick with you, then this paragraph's for you. It might be too difficult, and I understand, so you can just do the other two, and you'll be fine. They're probably the most straightforward. But thought I'd put this out there. All right, good luck. Wagner out.